So my wow moment has happened since I got to know her. My wow moment happened when she called me at 4 o'clock when Kai Poche had released. Vidya Balan has big stature and she's a big living statue. Is that she's a good human being. She's very kind to people. She's very generous with people. ये सब चीजें अभी होती नहीं है. अभी टकरार नहीं होती, विवाद नहीं होता, दोस्ती नहीं होती. सब एक दूसरे को आई लव यू बोलते हैं, सब एक दूसरे को ब्रो बोलते हैं, सब एक दूसरे को इतना कुछ बोलते हैं और पीठ पीछे एकदम भूल जाते हैं.
Amit,
yes.
आप तो छाए हो यार. There is four releases in a span of 20 days now. There was Breed 2, there's Shakuntala Devi coming up, Yaara, Avrodh, and Yaara, Shakuntala Devi, and Avrodh. It's like all within one day of each other, if I'm not mistaken. So it's you are everywhere right now, correct? You are everywhere right now. So tell me, first of all, between Yaara, Avrodh, and Shakuntala Devi, we've seen the trailer, Yaara also. Between these three, what is different between each Amit Sadh character? One you are army officer, one you are playing Shakuntala Devi's son-in-law, one I think so it's a period gangster film. But just speaking about your characters, what's different in each three of them?
So, Russell, I will kind of take you a little back to answer this question correctly. So when I get a role, or when I get a part, and when I get a character, the first thing that I do when I try to identify it or identify with it is to take myself away. And the dance of contradiction and irony is that I take myself away and then give myself to that character, to that part completely, if you understand what I mean. So I've tried doing that. You know, a lot of people complimented me, which is like one of the compliments which I really, really cherish. And it's like, you know, like there are different grades of compliment, I think, for every artist. So the one that I really, really go crazy and meant like crazy on is that people, when they watch Breed and they watch Kabir Sawan, so many people told me we didn't see Amit. And so coming back to Shakuntala Devi, Yaara, and Avrodh, they are extensions of me. They are parts of me. They are characters created by me. The difference is, Russell, is that they've been written by different writers. They're different genres. They're different setup. They're different, they're different units. And I'm very excited, actually, to be honest. I'm very excited that, that I have, different characters and different films to come and to present that to you and to the people of India right now. I just hope with these movies, with all this work that we are bringing forth, it can add some happiness and, it just can make you smile.
It has all happened very fortuitously, right? Because I'm sure the shooting and all, and when the projects were, you were filming for the projects, they were all very different times. You were probably not aware or even got a hint that it's going to come all together, right?
I mean, yes. I mean, I got to know about 2 months back. So I was in Mukteshwar. I was in a forest in the hills in Kumaon. And then about a month back, by about 6 weeks ago, I knew that this is all happening. So I had to come back and start the process of, some dubbing, some promotions and interviews and stuff. But when I signed them, when I worked for them, when I made them, no, I didn't know. Nobody could, this is a script nobody can write. This is a script that comes straight from the gods or the heavens.
Yeah. I was doing a bit of research, and in more than, I think so, 20-25 years, this last happened with Mithun Chakravarti, somewhere in 87, 88, if I'm not mistaken. He had 5 or 6 releases in a month, and after that, I think after more than 30 years, it's next with Amit Sadh that he has 4 releases in a month.
Russell, I mean, I'm very grateful for your generosity, but I'm no match to, to anybody. I am just, to be honest, I'm not happy or going crazy that my movies are releasing. You know, it's not about me right now, and I'm saying this with
Yes.
utmost honesty. And you know me, so you know how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that these movies are coming out, and in these times, you'll be a very selfish and insensitive human being if you're just going to be merry or meri picture aa rahi hai, you know.
True.
Fortunately, I'm not. I'm happy that all these films have different set of people. There's a different set of ecosystem. We all are getting to work. My team, my team with my makeup artist, my hair artist. All the people that I work with, they are getting work. They are making money. They are putting food on the tables. There's some hope in their families. Same way, I'm sure it must be happening in Shakuntala Devi. Vidya Balan is working. Sanya is working. Uh, you know, um, um, and the same way in Yaara, there's another set. I just think what I'm happy about is that the movies that I'm bringing with these set of people, that they can bring some happiness, bring a smile to you. One, two, it's starting to restart the process of life, restart the ecosystem of life, the earning the bread and feeding the bread. That I'm excited about. Am I excited about how many four releases hai? No.
Okay.
But yes, I have 4 releases. I have a job. I have a responsibility to promote them, to take them to the audience. That I'm going to do with utmost honesty, enthusiasm, exuberance. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay. If you speak about, just going back a little bit to Breathe, what was the one compliment that you got that has stayed with you?
I mean, I'm sorry if I if I sound unmodest, but there've been a lot. There've been many. There are few that I go back and read like 3 times a day. Uh, I will not pinpoint a compliment because they all mean the world to me. I can just say this, Russell, through you, that every compliment, every word, every heart, everything that people, audiences, friends, well-wishers, fans, family, everything is. I'm just very, very grateful, And one thing that really encourages me, one thing, Russell, which I really have appreciated and enjoyed observing and watching, is that log sab dekh rahe hain yaar. People are watching. They are watching everything. They're listening to every word you're saying, and that gives me joy. That if I go home, if I go back to my office, work hard, bring something, there is an audience. There is a big, huge set of people who are there to accept what you bring, to uh, watch what you bring, and for that I'm very, very grateful. That's my juice.
Okay, speaking about things getting back into action, the bread and butter being earned, are you going back on set anytime soon and shooting? Is that process already begun?
So I was on a set yesterday. I was on Kapil Sharma yesterday.
Okay.
So in a way, we started shooting.
Yeah.
In a way, and I was happy to see. I was happy to see my friends and colleagues. Though everybody was masked, so you really had to like go close like that and recognize each other. Um, there was no hugging. There was like all that happening. But it's good. It's a start. You have to start somewhere. But my shoot, I don't know. Let's see. Right now, I have other responsibilities. My job right now is to promote and share and bring Shakuntala Devi, Yaara and Avrodh to the people of this country, to the audiences. So right now, I'm just focused on that.
If I may ask that Kapil Sharma was shoot for what for one of these
Avrodh. We were
Avrodh.
promoting Avrodh. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Speaking about Shakuntala Devi, while shooting, well, we all know that Vidya Balan is the kind of actress that when you that she takes the character to a different realm altogether. While working with her, what was the thing that really took you aback? That something like a wow moment while working with Vidya Balan?
I mean, for me, there can't be a bigger wow moment because I'm like a ardent, eternal, lifelong, next life, the life after kind of a fan of Vidya Balan. So my wow moment has happened since I got to know her. My wow moment happened when she called me at 4 o'clock when Kai Poche had released. My wow moment happens when I do good work. She calls me. She saw Breathe. She called me, and there's only one wow moment, if you ask me, that is left. Is that I would like to do a film where I'm opposite her, but where I'm not her son-in-law. You know, but on the set, you have to understand this woman, this artist is supreme. There's not an ounce of pretentiousness, fakeness. She's just a great example. And I've told this to Vidya, and I want to tell you, Russell, I want to share this with people who are watching this. She's one of the most, like, I'm so inspired by this person, this actor, this artist, and in totality. And for me, so that's the wow moment. And uh, on the set, it was just every day, all these things continue to happen every day.
Being such a great actress, is there ever, I mean, you two are a great actor, there is no doubt about that.
I'm very, very far behind. That's I have a lot to prove. I've done nothing.
No, but we, your fans, do feel that you're pretty good.
You're kind.
So,
you all are very kind. Thank you.
so when you are working opposite someone of the stature of Vidya Balan, not just a question of her being a great actress, but she has that stature also, that aura. Is there ever any moment when you are having a lines opposite her, a scene with her, that there's this nervousness of matching up to her ever?
So, Russell, I want to say something to you, but I'm not saying this arrogantly,
Yeah.
and you know that I don't have arrogance.
No, no.
But I want to explain to you something about my craft or my acting. So when I am with people, when I'm in a shot, when I'm in a scene, I don't see stature. I'm playing my part, you're playing your part. We are all equal. Okay? First thing. Second thing is stature or statues. They don't affect me. I don't care. I don't care what you do because we all are doing hard work for ourselves to feed our families, to make our lives good. Nobody's doing anyone a favor. What touches me, what I look in a person, is how you are with people. And the reason in my eyesight, Vidya Balan has big stature and she's a big living statue is that she's a good human being. She's very kind to people. She's very generous with people. And for that, I love her. But in a scene, I really, and I'm saying this humbly, please उसको गलत मत समझिएगा.
No, obviously.
मैं scene में, मेरे scene में मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कौन सामने खड़ा है. हाँ, वो बात दूसरी कि अमिताभ बच्चन के साथ, या सलमान सर के साथ पिक्चर कर रहे कट के बाद थोड़ा,
कट के बाद, लेकिन जब तक कैमरा
एक्शन कट में तो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता मुझे किसी के साथ खड़ा कर. मैं अपना रोल कर रहा हूँ, मैं अपना काम कर रहा हूँ.
You play her son-in-law, Shakuntala Devi's son-in-law in the film. Now, whatever we have read,
and if you're talking about, I'm so sorry I have interrupted you, maafi chahta hu.
No, please.
But Russell, we spoke about Shakuntala Devi, and we spoke about Vidya. But Shakuntala Devi movie is incomplete without mentioning Sanya Malhotra. Who is a? Achha, you are okay. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Then I'm sorry. Then I'm my bad.
No, but now since you have roasted, let's touch upon that. Since you have roasted, we can touch upon that.
No, I have to boast. Yeah, these are the two jewels of Shakuntala Devi. I'm just a special part, and I hope people like what I could contribute in a beautiful way. But Shakuntala Devi, another big gem, another big powerful, hardworking, sincere, passionate actor is Sanya. She is a delight to work with, and she has a great part, and she's amazing as well in the film.
I was speaking to Vidya ji the other day, I think maybe 2 days ago, about the movie. And she was talking to me about, along with all her achievements as a professional, how important it is for an audience to connect with the character by showing the personal aspects of her life. When you speak about the personal aspects of her life, what kind of role did her son-in-law play in the life of Shakuntala Devi? What was the role of her son-in-law?
So, I mean, this is a real life story, and I'm sure you know that. And I think my director and the writer of Shakuntala Devi, they've really sorted the narrative, being very authentic and honest, but brought a very, very nice human thread forward. You know, though the film is about Shakuntala Devi, but just the inner circle of her life, what role they played in her life, and how she impacted them. And hence, I play the son-in-law, and I play, the character Sanya plays Anu, her husband. And I think he's a good guy. He's like a guy of, he's a guy who I think would have gone and studied, whatever he was taught back in the day in moral science. He's one of those guys who's kept that in his mind. He's kept the 10 commandments in his life. He's kept all the learnings and teachings from parents, and you know he's that kind of a guy. But what I like is that he's not submissive. He's not dismissive. So I really enjoyed playing this character. There are elements of me, like I said, I try bringing a lot of me into the roles. It is a very special, beautiful part. And my director Anu, again, we have to mention her. If you're talking about Shakuntala Devi, we also have to mention one person is Vikram Malhotra, the producer, the studio head of Abundancia. Uh, this man is one of the most visionary people I have ever met in my life. And Russell, I can just say this to you. I like, all my fans and people know that I don't have Godfather in the industry, and I'm
Yes.
okay with it. But if there is one person, and I don't want to call him a Godfather because Godfather is only Al Pacino and Marlon Brando, but I would call him. He's the only guy I want to tell you who stood by me, who supported me, and still guides me, supports me, and I'm just grateful that Vikram sir has supported and has given wings to a film like Shakuntala Devi, and hence it's coming out.
We saw a scene in the trailer where there's friction between Sanya's character and Vidya's character. Do you play the glue that binds them together again? Is there something like that?
I think for a few questions, I would ask you to wait
You,
till 31st and watch the film.
yeah, I tried my luck over here. I tried my luck over here.
You are
Okay.
going. Don't try your luck anymore.
Okay. Coming to Yaara, this seems like a typical, the boys out film. It's a crime film from what I'm getting from the trailer, and it's a period film also. I think set in the 70s, 80s, if I'm not mistaken. There's bell bottoms. There's the kind of bikes you don't get anymore. There's this different kind of hairstyles. Is this a typical? Is this one of those typical, manly films or crime? And there's a lot of machismo. There's a lot of swag in it. The stylish kind of movies.
I don't know, Russell, what does manly movie means. I don't know what that means. But I
Dirty
can
Harry,
definitely say, sorry?
like those Clint Eastwood movies used to be there, like Dirty Harry and those Chuck
I mean,
Norris.
if you want to flatter ourselves, we can say yes, but no. It's a special film. I think it's a Tigmanshu Dhulia film. You know, Tigmanshu Dhulia has a style of filmmaking. He has a style of dialogue delivery. He has a style of, the way he presents his characters, especially this world of, you know, the 70s and the 80s, And if you ask me in a couple of words, Yara is, if you want to see tafri, masti, dosti, Yara has all that.
There's to be
And like you said, and the bell bottoms.
yeah, bell bottoms and those bikes. I mean, those bikes really took my heart because I'm a big bike enthusiast. You are a big bike enthusiast. Whoever knows you knows that. And you don't get those bikes anymore. Those vintage bikes. They really stole my heart away.
Yeah. I'm glad
Yeah.
you saw that. I'm very, very impressed.
Yeah. So speaking about the film, there was a time, you used to get these films where, the two guys or three guys, they have all come up from humble beginnings and then they went their separate ways. टकरार होती थी और फिर एक कोई अच्छा बनता था, कोई बुरा बनता था. You had a movie called Satya. There was Diwar also in that time. A long time we have not seen that. Is this the movie Yaara bring back that kind of vibe?
दरअसल इसलिए नहीं देखा क्योंकि ये सब चीजें अभी होती नहीं है. अभी टकरार नहीं होती, विवाद नहीं होता, दोस्ती नहीं होती. सब एक दूसरे को आई लव यू बोलते हैं, सब एक दूसरे को ब्रो बोलते हैं, सब एक दूसरे को इतना कुछ बोलते हैं और पीठ पीछे एकदम भूल जाते हैं. सो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि 70s
मैं मानता भी हूँ.
नहीं नहीं, मैं एक उदाहरण दे रहा हूँ. मैं भी बहुत लोगों को ब्रो बोलता हूँ, मानता भी हूँ. आई नो दैट. मैं एक एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ कि जो विवाद वाली बात बोली आपने, मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगी. विवाद बहुत अच्छी चीज है, बट अभी लोगों को ना डर आ गया है, डर गए विवाद करने से. अगर कोई गलत बात बोले तो कोई बोलता ही नहीं कुछ, और अगर बोलते हैं तो इतना कुछ बोल देते हैं. सो हमारी फिल्म में ये है, ये सब है. और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जो विद्युत, विजय, कैनी में हमारी जो बीच में हमारी जो दोस्ती है रियल लाइफ में, ऑफ द स्क्रीन, एक दूसरे के लिए जो प्यार है, एक दूसरे के लिए जो इज्जत है, मुझे लगता है वो इस पिक्चर की जान है. ऑफ कोर्स और भी लोग हैं, श्रुति है, बहुत अच्छा काम किया है, संजय भाई हैं, बट मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि हम क्योंकि कहानी तो इन चारों पे आधारित है. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि हमारी जो एक रियल लाइफ में हमारी बहुत गहरी दोस्ती है हम चारों. जेन्युइनली वी आर वेरी फॉन्ड ऑफ ईच अदर. तो मुझे लगता है वो शूटिंग के दौरान भी दिखी और वो स्क्रीन पे भी दिखी. और दोस्ती की फिल्म में अगर रियल दोस्ती हो तो शायद आई थिंक वो बहुत बड़ा पहलू होता है. इट्स अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट. आई होप लोगों को दिखे.
Be your final one, Avrodh. Now in Avrodh, if you from what we gathered from the trailer, correct me if I'm wrong. This is regarding the incursion, the military operations, where you take down the people, something of that Uri, or based on the Uri speeches, right? Yeah. So now we had seen the movie Uri. So what is going to be different in the show that is going to give us more insight into that entire episode that I played?
So Russell, the answer is in your question. You just said
what, there's going to be more insight. That's not.
There'll be more insight. There's it's a different documentation. It's on a book by Rahul and Shiv. I don't know whether you've read. It's one of the highest selling books in India, called India's Most Fearless. The part one that they wrote had about 10 chapters of different missions. One was Uri, and how Mike Tango and Special Forces, a bunch of people, a bunch of Special Forces, how they went and the mission they did, Avrodh is coming. It is very special to me. I don't want to talk much. People have seen the trailer. They're enjoying it. I'm putting something right now in about, maybe I've already put something about my character right now. We'll be sharing more character sketches. Okay. And I think what I like about Avrodh is that we've tried to be very authentic and close to the reality. Though again, it's not a documentary. It's a series. We want it to be aspirational. So there is a little dramatization because that is cinema. But we still kind of, I'd like to believe, not left that thin thread. And the another amazing thing which I can tell you about Avrodh is that it has so many different aspects of warfare. It's just not about Mike Tango, with special forces and a bunch of people going and just doing a mission. How it is possible? What is a bunker? Like the war policies in India, how the defense works, how the media is interrelated, how the government functions. For me, that's one of the strongest points of Avrodh, which I hope people will see and they will enjoy.
It's a very good point you mentioned right now about documentation. When a real life story like this is taken and it's based on a book also that has documented it so well, how difficult it is to maintain that fine line between making things interesting for the audience at the same time not deviating too much from the truth, like between documentation and drama.
Um, the credit goes to the people who've written the book, so that's already authenticated. They're really brilliant. Yeah, I don't need to introduce them to you. You already know Shiv and Rahul. Uh, uh, in if talking about Avrodh, one of the big strengths of Avrodh is my producer, Samar Khan, because the knowledge, and Samar comes from India. He has a lot of friends in the army, and he took the pain, he took the initiative, to get things tested, to kind of make sure that we follow protocols and we show the right things. Again, writers. I cannot specify. That's why everything I talk comes to write. Everything is writing. When there's supreme writing, you see supreme work. And again, a set of writers, the whole team. Uh, uh, my director Raj. Even I think he's given his all. So again, it's like a bunch of people coming, doing what they do best. And I'm just a little nervous about Avrodh. That's why I'm a little tongue
Really?
tied. I'm scared. I'm scared.
Okay. Yeah, it's looking, when you were speaking about Shakuntala and Yaara, your the demeanor was a little different. Now you're speaking about Avrodh, it's a little different. The trailer is looking fantastic, Amit. Good,
I know, Russell, but you have a social responsibility, and you have. I just want when the army sees it, they
they should be proud about it.
they should be happy. They should. They should. I hope they like our attempt. I hope they see that we've researched. Even with my characterization, I hope they like the Mike Tango I've become. I would love one day, one Mike Tango, from Special Forces, from the Armed Forces, to kind of just drop me a secret message saying, you know what, this Mike Tango is good. So all that is going on in my mind. Even with the audience, it's just not the army. I want the audience to like it. I want my fans to be proud of what I'm bringing or what we are bringing. We worked really hard. There's Darshan in the film, who's fantastic. There's Madhur Rema, Neeraj sir, Vikram Gokhale, Anand sir. We are we're a bunch of really, really, uh, you can say, hungry actors, who've come into this. So there's a lot at stake here. And generally, me, मैं इतना परेशान होता नहीं हूँ, या मैं इतना होता नहीं हूँ, but I'll थोड़ा
इंशाल्लाह सब ठीक ही होगा,
इंशाल्लाह God's grace.
और आपको मैसेज भी मिल जाएगा. अच्छा, I have to ask you this, आपको मौका मिला दिल बेचारा देखने को?
मौका मिला है, लेकिन अभी तक देख नहीं पाया हूँ, लेकिन मैं देखूंगा, बिल्कुल देखूंगा. बस मन बहुत है देखने का, बस थोड़ी वो, बट मैं देखूंगा, बहुत जल्दी देखूंगा.
Before signing off, one last question, Amit. Given how the audience has evolved, and in the last 2-3 months, the audience तो बहुत बदल गई है. नहीं,
मैं आपको यहाँ टोकना चाहूंगा. ऑडियंस इवॉल्व नहीं हुई है. हमें समझ में आने लग गया. तो हमें जब समझ में आता है, इंसान जब आंखें खोलता है, उसको लगता है सूरज जो है तभी उगा है.
ओके.
ऑडियंस बहुत पहले से इवॉल्व थी.
अच्छा.
हाँ, हमने ऑडियंस के सामने इतने बैरिकेड रख दिए थे. हाँ. उनको इतना गुमराह कर रहे थे, और उनकी आवाज जहां तक पहुंचनी नहीं पहुंचने दे रहे थे. आप जो बोल रहे हो आधी बात सही है. वो जो 3-4 महीने ये जितने बैरिकेड सही है हट गए. अच्छा. ये जो दीवारें थी, ग्रेट वॉल ऑफ चाइना, सब हट गई. आज आपको ऑडियंस की आवाज सुनाई दे रही. दूसरा, ऑडियंस को अब हम गुमराह नहीं कर पा रहे. तीसरा, ऑडियंस, मुझे ऐसा लगता है ब्रो, कभी कभी होता है ना कि सब कुछ देखते हुए भी आप नहीं बोलते हैं. आज ऑडियंस ने कहा कि हम सब देख रहे हैं, अभी हम बोलेंगे. तो ऑडियंस गुमराह, मतलब ऑडियंस इवॉल्व थी, बट मुझे लग रहा है ऑडियंस अब इनिशिएटिव ले रही है. और मुझे लग रहा है ये इंडिया में सिर्फ पिक्चरों की बात नहीं, मैं पूरे इंडिया की बात कर रहा हूँ. मुझे ऐसा लगता है, मुझे इस बात का बहुत फख्र है, आई एम प्राउड ऑफ ऑल ऑफ यू एंड मी. अब हम लोग बोल रहे हैं, उसमें कुछ थोड़ा सही भी बोल रहे हैं, थोड़ा गलत भी बोल रहे हैं, ठीक है, वो ठीक हो जाएंगे हम सब,
लेकिन बोल रहे हैं.
बट हम बात बोल रहे हैं. क्योंकि हम एक बहुत ही सप्रेस कर दिया गया था हमें हर लाइन में, एविएशन में, बॉलीवुड में. बोलो मत, चुप रहो, बोलो मत, क्यों बोल रहे हो, ये क्यों किया, फोन आते हैं यहाँ पे, अगर आप किसी को कुछ बोल दो फोन आता है, क्यों किया, मत करना, ये ट्वीट क्यों किया. अरे क्यों, हु आर यू टू टेल मी कि ट्वीट करना है कि नहीं करना है. अगर मैंने गलत की है, मुझे आप गलत बोलोगे, मैं सॉरी बोल दूंगा. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इंडिया पहले से जागा हुआ था, अब इंडिया बोल रहा है, यू नो, एंड आई एम प्राउड ऑफ दैट.
आपके साथ कभी ऐसा हुआ कि आपने कुछ ट्वीट किया और आपको कभी किसी ने टोका?
भाई मेरे साथ तो होते रहता है, लेकिन मैं एक ग्लैडिएटर हूँ, मैं लड़ते रहूंगा, लेकिन मैं बदतमीजी से नहीं लड़ूंगा, मैं गाली गलौज से नहीं लड़ूंगा, मैं विवाद से लड़ूंगा, मैं सोच से लड़ूंगा, मैं शब्दों से लड़ूंगा, और मैं सही होके लड़ूंगा. बिकॉज ब्रो, मेरे माता पिता ने मुझे एक बचपन में चीज सिखाई थी, जो मुझे बहुत सालों के बाद समझ में आई, कि टू रॉन्ग्स डोंट मेक अ राइट, यू नो. सो मैं लड़ूंगा, मैं बोलूंगा, कभी कभी मैं गलत हूंगा तो आके आपसे माफी मांगूंगा, लेकिन मैं डरूंगा नहीं, you know. I love you so much, bro. You are such a good human being, and we've met before, I know, and
Yes.
just be good. That we need more good in the world right now, bhai.
We sure.
And that's the only way we can defeat bad, by being more good.
We sure.
You know.
We sure do. And lots of love to you also, Amit. Really love you a lot. Really love the work you're doing, and I love to see you smiling. I love to see you happy. It makes us happy.
And you're a big part of my smile and my life. Thank you, and continue doing amazing. You're a beautiful human being, and we need more people like you. So we just can add one, and we'll make millions of good people around us.
Inshallah, we'll definitely do that. Bye, Amit. Take care.
Bye.